Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to mathematics, and we are solving A-level CI's paper Pure Maths 1, paper code 9709, variant 12, February March 2026, and we are doing question number 4. Question 4 says the function is defined by f of x is equals to 2x plus 1 over x minus 3. For x less than 3, find an expression for f inverse of x. Okay, so we know whenever we need to find f inverse, what we do is we put this function equals to y first, and then after this we make x the subject. Okay, so because we have two terms involving x, so we need to simplify it first. Cross multiplying, so we get y times x minus 3 equals 2x plus 1. xy minus 3y equals 2x plus 1. Because we need x as subject, so we need to combine the x terms together. So I am taking xy minus 2x equals 3y plus 1. X common, y minus 2. And when we make x the subject, we can take the bracket down on the other side, because it is multiplied with x. On the other side it will be divided. Now this is x, and if you look into this, if you make this x as subject, this x will be equals to f inverse of y, because f and f inverse are opposite operations like plus and minus. Like if you have x plus 2 equals 4, so this 2 if added on this side goes on the other side, becomes 4 minus 2. In the same way, if you have f of x equals to y, this opposite operation of f is f inverse. So if we take this f on the other side, it becomes f inverse. Like this is the logic behind why do we, when we interchange the place, f becomes f inverse. This thing is very important to know, because in some questions they give you a question like h of x equals to f, something like that. So they ask you to find x. So in some questions I have seen direct using this thing is very important. You can't solve it otherwise. So you must know that if function changes its place on the other side of the equation, it becomes from inverse to it could, like if I take it back, it will become f of x, and if I take f on the other side, it will become f inverse. So using the same thing, x will be equals to f inverse of y. So I am substituting it in place of x. It becomes f inverse of y equals 3y plus 1 over y minus 2. Now we get actually inverse, but this whole is in y variable. Now we have to interchange y with x. So we will get f inverse of x will be equals to 3x plus 1 over y x minus 2. We have many ways to do this inverse thing. Some shortcuts you may also know about this, but as far as I have seen, this method is very much safe method, because there are very less chances of error in this. If you do it directly, there are many chances that you can go wrong in this. So that's all about part A. Let's move on to part B. Part B says, given that f of x is this or equivalent to this, find the possible values of integers p, q, r and s. Means when you will be finding f of x, you will get some form like this, and then you have to tell what each this letter represents in terms of number. Okay, so what is f of x? 2x plus 1 over x minus 3. So I am writing this on the side. Now substituting the values, 2x, in place of x I am leaving the space because it is f of x. So in every place of the variable I need to substitute again the function x minus 3. Now substituting back this, in place of x you need to substitute f of x. So again 2x plus 1 over x minus 3 Now because we have fractions, so we need to simplify it very carefully. We will be solving numerator and denominator separately because these are fractions both in the numerator and the denominator, and this needs to be dealt very carefully. So we have this in the numerator. I am taking x minus 3 common denominator, so the left hand side will become 2 times 2x plus 1 and plus 1 times x minus 3. Okay, either you can think of it as cross multiplication or taking LCM and then multiplying it with the number. Okay, with the number, because we need, or you can think of it like we are multiplying and dividing it by x minus 3. So now we have a common denominator x minus 3, so we are taking that common and then we are solving the numerator. In whatever way you solve the fractions, you can continue in that way. And in the denominator also we have to take x minus 3 as common. We have 2x plus 1 minus 3 times x minus 3. So if we have this denominator and this denominator common, we can cancel it out, because actually if you have a fraction a over b and divided by c over d, what is actually happening here, that if we change this division, it's actually like this, that a over b divided by c over d, and if we change this multiplication into multiplication, it becomes d over c. So actually this whole fraction will be multiplied with the above fraction, and because x minus 3 and x minus 3 will come, one will come in numerator and denominator, so they will cancel out. But we can directly also cancel out the common denominators. Now I am, because it will be easier for us to simplify it further, so I am now simplifying it. 2 times 2x is 4x plus 2 plus x minus 3 2x plus 1 minus 3x plus 9. Five x minus 1 minus x plus 10. Okay, so we end up getting this thing. And actually what form do we need? We need an x term first, then a constant term, and in the denominator we need a constant term first, then the x term. So I'll rewrite this in the same format. X term is 5x minus 1, and in the denominator we will first write 10, constant term plus or minus whatever it is minus x. Now compare it with px plus q over r plus sx. So if we compare it, we will get p as 5, q as minus 1, r is 10, and s as minus 1. If there is nothing, so obviously minus 1. So that gives us p equals 5, q equals minus 1, r equals 10, and s equals minus 1. So these are the possible values of PQRS. So this is all about question number 4. I hope you understand it. I have given you a detailed solution of this question. If you have any queries, any suggestions, please write us in the comment box. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.